Hello, everyone. Welcome to College Football Time with Avery and Miguel. Avery, how's it going?
It's going great, Miguel. Another great weekend for college football. Happy to be here. Thank you.
Yes,
Yes.
Notre Dame, Ohio State. And we're still in September. Both teams 3-0. Oof, this is quite a matchup. Quite a matchup. Ohio State's offensive line versus Notre Dame's defensive line. Notre Dame's secondary against Ohio State wide receivers. Sam Hartman, this is like a youth versus veteran kind of game with youth versus experience. But this is a good match that I'm excited for. And there's so much that I can say, but I'll let you take it from there and yeah, just take it from there.
You're right, Miguel. We are only 4 weeks into college football season, and we have a top 10 matchup. Ohio State is ranked sixth, Notre Dame is ranked ninth, and they are both undefeated. And seeing this matchup early in the season, both schools have a very rich history. Ohio State is looking to win their sixth straight win in the row versus Notre Dame. The last time Notre Dame beat Ohio State was back in 1936. And you're right, this is going to be a offense defense kind of game. I want to do my shout out kind of early in this pregame analysis. And I think the two standouts in this game are going to be on each side's offense. Definitely Marvin Harrison Jr. I he's still in the Heisman conversation. He is a explosive wide receiver, and Kyle McCord, who is now officially the starting quarterback for Ohio State, he's gonna try and get to him as early as he can for all those explosive plays. But on Notre Dame, I got to give it to not only Sam Hartman, and you're right, he's a senior. He's also in the Heisman conversation, but he's a very low key Heisman candidate right now. But if he beats Ohio State, this could really be the standout for him.
And
But they're
no
running back,
interceptions so far.
absolutely no interceptions. He has over 1,000 yards passing right now. No interceptions. I hope we do not jinx this man. But Notre Dame's running back, Audric Estime. Remember that name, Audric Estime. So far, over 500 yards, 5 touchdowns. He is explosive in the backfield. And this can be a real detriment to Ohio State if he gets going. And if Sam Hartman gets going, then Notre Dame has a very good shot winning this football game.
One question I have that I'm curious is can Notre Dame's defense get to a quarterback? Because Ohio State has a very good offensive lineman. They have a lot of talent all over the place. So if the offensive lineman can protect McCord, then it's gonna be a long night for Notre Dame. I do feel that this is Notre Dame's moment. As much as I like Ohio State, I like both teams. But if I have to predict, I'm gonna go with Notre Dame 30-27. I feel that it'll be a tight one. And Sam Hartman, although he hasn't thrown a pick, but something tells me that he is due for one. I don't know, it might be in this game, it might be in the future. But for Cal McCord, I mean, he's improved. A lot of people after week one, people were basically the naysayers were starting to write him off. But I knew that with him, you're gonna have to have patience and build that chemistry with the rest of. I mean, him and Marvin Harrison Jr., what a lot of people don't know, or that they should know, is that they played together in high school. So, and the great thing about having a quarterback like him is that he has weapons. This team has weapons, and he has that connection with Marvin Harrison Jr. Um, their running back, Ohio State's running back is okay. but I feel that the running back needs to produce in this game. So this is one of those games where either or teams can make mistakes. That's how I look at it, but only one can come out on top. And in this game, I'm gonna have to go with Notre Dame. I feel that nobody wants this game more badly than Marcus Freeman, who's a former Buckeye, by the way. I feel that nobody wants this more bad enough than him.
I agree with you, Miguel. With Coach Friedman being a former Buckeye, his second year in Notre Dame, they're starting off very well. All their wins have been very decisive. North Carolina State gave him a bit of trouble, but in the second half, they took out the Wolfpack. But Notre Dame, they have over 500 yards total offense versus 474 versus Ohio State. But we are going to look to this defense. Both teams don't allow, over 250 yards, but their rushing defense, that's going to be the key. Ohio State has yet to allow over 100 yards, but Notre Dame just over 107 yards. But you're right, Notre Dame, it's like they need this. There are certain games that Notre Dame plays, schools they're scheduled for, they're just okay, they're great games, but there's something about this game versus Ohio State. Notre Dame really wants it. Not only Sam Hartman, because I believe this win kind of elevates Sam Hartman more into the Heisman conversation. They are playing at Notre Dame Stadium. The weather's going to be a bit cool. It's late September up there. I think with the crowd, 80,000, when you're playing at home and you have those students, you have those alumni, you have, all those fans rooting for you, I think it could be a real catalyst to see something big. They have Notre Dame by 3 points. They're predicting Notre Dame 65% versus Notre Dame's 34%. The over under is 55. I see this being a high scoring game as well. I see both teams scoring at least 30 points. I do see some defensive highlights here and there, but I think it's going to be the offense of both teams that shines. I'm going to agree with you. Check the hat. Green plaid. I'm going with Notre Dame on this one, and I'm going to go Notre Dame 35, Ohio State 30. It's a primetime game. I think both teams are going to show us what they can do. And even if one team comes out with a loss, I think they're still in the conversation for the playoff. They will need a little bit of help. But early in the season, both teams have a lot to prove. Both teams, I think, still have a lot to prove.
Prime time, NBC 7:30. Can't wait. Oh my God, so many people are gonna be there. The media coverage is gonna go through the roof. It's just wow. I just can't wait. I can't wait. This is gonna be something that I can't wait to talk about coming on Monday. Hopefully, it's something that will exceed our expectations.
I agree, Miguel. When you have two premier schools, Saturday Night Lights, it's gonna be a great game. I really see this as a great game, especially at Notre Dame Stadium, a very prestigious place to play, a very prestigious school. It's gonna be a great game.
Speaking of which, I'm still motivated to go and catch a game over there. I'm motivated. I mean, I had to say this: the movie Rudy when I was a kid, that played a huge factor. That played a huge factor for me. So yeah,
Honestly, as a sports fan, those are those sports movies that kind of get you emotionally, or they're one of those favorite sports movie. Rudy, for a lot of us, is that kind of movie. I have a friend that actually did go to Notre Dame. He was so happy to have the chance to go to that school. He still talks about his days at Notre Dame. I yeah, no, Notre Dame is kind of on my list too. Of course, also Michigan and the Horseshoe, as well as Penn State. But you're right. There's something about Notre Dame that a lot of people gravitate towards. The movie Rudy helps as well. But you're right. You're right. It's a great school with a lot of great history.